Hello and welcome to another ACY Securities daily report video. My name is ACY Schultz and I'm going to be a host for today's trading journey. Now in this video I'm looking solely at OPEC. We have been getting closer and closer to this OPEC meeting. The day is almost upon us, so we are probably going to be hearing a little bit about them today and hopefully we get an idea of what they're going to be doing. But at this stage there's still no clear way or direction on what they're going to be doing with supply numbers. Now what we are thinking about is obviously yesterday we saw some discussions occurring between the two big parties in OPEC, Saudi Arabia and Russia. Now, both of them have had these sort of discussions before OPEC meetings in the past, so that's not surprising. And the other part that's not surprising is that Russia is really wanting to increase the supply side. Now, this is an action they've taken several times before, so I wouldn't be all that unexcited about seeing them do the same thing this time around because it does make it a little bit forecastable. Now, of course, prices are up overnight after we've seen some reports from US that signal that perhaps their side of supply has been dwindling purely because of the frozen nature that they've got over there at the moment with very cold weather, restricting some of those oil fabrication and production methods that they might be using, and even at the refineries there have been some problems as well. Now really the big question when it comes to oil at the moment, there's two of them. The first one is, will OPEC make the surplus supply side of things increase by about 500,000 barrels per day as a collective increase, meaning all of the OPEC nations are only now able to increase by 500,000 barrels a day, not as each country 500,000 combined. So that's the first question. The second one is, how is Saudi Arabia going to phase out the 1 million barrels per day cut that they have voluntarily taken on themselves? Obviously, that's been a big part of it. Other countries are not doing this and they have decided to take it upon themselves to do it to try and get the barrels of price to recover. Now we've got that starting to happen. It is already at the $61, $62 per barrel mark right now, and we need to know, how are they going to deal with it this time around, or are they just going to keep on taking one for the team and keeping their own production numbers a little bit lower? Now that we actually see that Russia does want to increase supply, this has probably got something a little bit to do with the US, like they always have. They have quite a tumultuous relationship between both of them on oil front, so we will likely see some changes happening on that front. I'm still firmly going to be keeping an eye on it. As a long decision basis, I like the idea of a long positioning on oil, but for the immediate moment, I'm holding onto my hands under my seat and keeping an eye to wait and see what the cuts actually are going to be. Now, if you have any questions about today's video, please feel free to shoot me a message at any of my social media channels that you can see behind me. And of course, check your economic calendars. If you don't check your economic calendars, there might be something in there that I haven't covered that you might not be aware of. So make sure you do it. We will put one up on the screen for you now to have a look at. And don't forget to like and subscribe this video so you can get more great news and advice from me, ACY Schultz, and ACY Securities in the future. Have a great trading day ahead.